Satnam. Let's talk about everyone. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about me. Let's talk about this one big mind, this big source, this one divinity, one source, one life, one power, which is running through your veins, which is running through my veins, which is running through everyone's veins. Let's talk about the power of forgiving, the power of letting go of what other people have done to you and letting go of the pain that is causing you not to forgive. Let's talk about really knowing who you are as an individual and knowing that you are loved, and that when people trigger us, they're actually triggering that part of us that we don't like. So how can we get in a place where we can just let go, where we can come really surrender to our divine essence, and allowing those triggers to just speak and show us those spaces about us that we don't agree with, and allowing us to heal and letting them go, and allowing ourselves to really surrender to love, and constantly replaying that essence of surrendering to love, surrendering to love, surrendering to love. I know for sure that it's hard knowing this truth about that the other is us, because it's hard to know that the person who did us harm, who did something traumatic to us, is part of us, that person's one with us. But I'm here to tell you that they are, and we have to come in a space of forgiveness, knowing that that person that hurt us is a broken soul, that they're going through a lot, that not necessarily that their soul is broken, is that they're individual, they're in pain. And knowing this, that they're in pain and that they're going through a lot within themselves, and whatever harm or whatever pain they caused us is really what they're going through within themselves, and it's something that they probably went through as well. So the person that has done us wrong is just going through a lot of pain. So we got to find it in our heart to come in that space of compassion and know that we forgive them, just so we no longer carry that within us, that baggage of constantly replaying those stories, constantly going through that story about them hurting us. We let it go. We let love heal those broken parts of our heart. We let love shine its light on us and allow us to really come from a space of always knowing that all is fine. That God and the divine, and God is the divine, but God, the divine energy, is flowing through our essence, through our body, through our mind, flowing through that spaces within us that we need to heal. And we allow it, because when we allow our heart to heal, we no longer carry this garbage. We no longer feel overwhelmed, tired, resentful, hurt. And then we don't keep repeating that trauma to our children. And the more we have fear for something, the more we attract it. And this is real. So if you fear that something is going to happen to your daughters or to your son, or something is going to happen to them, the more you fear it, the more you're going to attract it. So I want you to get centered in a space where you know that you are secure, that you are protected, that there's nothing to feel like you need protection from, because God is good and your life is good, and that you are secure, that everything that's surrounding you is love, that all that you attract is love. And I know it's hard with this world where if you turn on the news, you see something crazy happening. But no matter what's going outside, no matter what's happening in the world, you have to get in that space of knowing that you are secure, of knowing that love and light are with you, that your heart is full of godness, and that you are divinely protected, and that there is this law in this love that's healing you, and that you know that everywhere you go, you are only attracting more goodness. And this is truly who you are. And when you start seeing everyone with eyes of love, truly, when you start seeing the other as you, but you no longer see the other as an evil person, because you're not going to see yourself as evil, because you know your goodness. So you're going to see that person as love. Doesn't matter who they are, doesn't matter what they've done to you, doesn't matter if it's the worst person you could ever imagine. If you start seeing them as one with you, and you start seeing maybe their good qualities, and start seeing that they are a person, and a good person is there, and that their true nature is good, then you start having compassion for them, and you start having compassion for yourself, and that alignment of you being aligned with everything and everyone with love will start attracting more goodness in your life. You start attracting more love in your life. You start attracting more abundance, more beauty, more joy, more happiness. And this is by really just focusing on seeing that everyone is you. Everyone is you. Everyone. The plant is one with you. The flower is one with you. The children are one with you. Your parents are one with you. Your worst enemy is one with you. We are all one. So stop seeing that enemy as an enemy and start seeing that enemy as one with you. And see love, have compassion. We're all going through something. We all have traumas. We all are going through hard times. And you don't see it because social media really makes you believe that people are having these wonderful, fabulous lives. Social media makes you believe that everyone is happy because they only post happy pictures. Of course, they're not going to post, oh, I had a fucked up day today. Oh, a lot of stuff are happening to me. They're going to only post good stuff. So you're not going to see those hard times that people are having. So I want you to know that everyone's having something, that everyone is you. And come from a space of compassion. When someone cuts you and while you're driving, have some compassion. Maybe something's happening, they're in a hurry, they're going to the doctor, or they're sad. I remember one time after I had a miscarriage, and it was a very, very hard time for me. And I felt really, really sad. I was really depressed, and I just felt really, really sad, because a miscarriage for some women could be really hard. And for me, because I wanted this baby, it was really hard for me. So I was driving, and I was going over 35 on my neighborhood. I got stopped by the cops, and then they gave me a ticket. And the cop was really rude to me. And, I told him, I was like, you know what? I'm going through a very hard time. I just had a miscarriage. And I saw that his heart softened. I really literally saw that he was like, oh, ma'am, I'm so sorry you're going through this. And the reason I tell you this story is because we all are going through something. Maybe someone looks at you wrong, or someone dogs at you. I know when I was in middle school and high school, dogging was really bad. But maybe someone gives you that look, or maybe someone's in a bad mood. You really don't know what they're going through. So when you really step in that place, when you see that everyone is you, you can really just be compassionate for everyone, no matter what they're going through. You can be like, oh, wow, you stop making assumptions. You say, oh, maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe something happened to them. Really, when you really start seeing everyone with love, and you start recognizing that we are all in this together, you start changing your DNA, you start changing your subconscious mind, you start changing every negative part of you, every part that you think is thinks is separate from God, because you are not separate, you are one with God. But that part of you that thinks that is separate, that's where everything comes from, hate, jealousy, and all those things. But we are all one, and we are all in this together. So remember that we are all one. Have compassion for one another. Remember this truth, this law about us. If you get triggered by something someone does, if someone annoys you and you get really, really triggered, really be conscious, analyze it, ask yourself, why am I triggered? Why did this person trigger me? And you'll know, your heart knows why, your soul knows why. Your soul knows the only truth about you, that you are divine. And then that part of you will know why, and then let it heal, let it come up, but don't act, don't react. Come from a space of acting neutral. What that means is that you see it coming, you see it in your mind, you analyze it, but from a second person type of situation, like a counselor. See yourself as a counselor. And just see the trigger, see yourself, and don't react. And then that way you can heal it. And you can change the molecules in your system. You can change your brain patterns. You can change how you react to things. And the more you do this, the less you react to things. And I'm totally a reactor. I was worse before than I am now. I used to really react for everything. I used to get angry. I used to get upset. And I no longer get to that point where I'm so upset. I see it, and I'm conscious about it. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to be conscious about these things and realize that the other is you, that your husband, your wife, your children, everyone is you, that the people that we should be treating the most with love, our family members, are the ones we treat less with love. We're not kind to the people we love. And we're more kind to strangers than we are to our family. And this has to change, because we really need to change the world. And it starts within us. It starts in our home. It starts with our family members. And maybe they don't understand you. I know my family doesn't understand me. They think I'm probably weird because I'm not like them. But it's okay, because we're all one. We are all trying our best to be best. And when you're conscious of this law, and you're conscious of this essence of knowing that we are all in this together, that we are all divine, you really truly start attracting the things you so desire, because you are vibrating the cosmos. And when you're vibrating the cosmos, the doors of the cosmos opened. And when those doors open, you can step right in, and love will guide you, and love will manifest all around you, and all will be well, all will be amazing. And I really want you to get centered into this knowingness, knowing that we are all one. And, affirm it. Affirm, we are one. We are one. I am one with the plants. I am one with the stars. I am one with everyone. And everyone is love and kind to me as I am to them, because I see their oneness with me. Affirm your love. Affirm how wonderful and beautiful you are. And really embrace it, and step into that essence of knowing that you are one with them. And this comes back to not being jealous of anyone. And I know you see a lot of people doing what they're doing a lot of things that you feel like, wow, they're doing a lot, but what am I doing? Come to that space of knowing that you have your own gifts, that you are an individual, and there's no one like you. And those gifts that you have are so different from everyone else's gifts. And even though, our gifts may seem similar, they're not similar, they're different. And each one of us holds that gift. So that person that you see and you become a little jealous because you're like, wow, they're doing a lot, they're doing things. We really don't know what's in that inner, what's really happening in them. So I want you to only focus on you. Only focus on being the best you. Only focus on of you becoming that creative essence. When you focus only on yourself, then you can really start expressing your gifts, because you are a very talented person. You're so talented. Oh my God, you're so talented. You hold the universe within you. So you are a talented person. And you may not know right now what your gifts are, but I know you will find them once you only worry about you and you don't worry about anyone else. Worry about you only. Worry about expressing love. Worry about only doing the best you can. When you go to work, express love. And you will realize that as you're getting this paycheck, it no longer will be about a paycheck. It will be about you expressing your love. And then your job, you know, things will start falling into place. You start attracting more and more and more when you are always expressing love, when you're always only expressing that divinity within you. And I want you to do this with confidence in knowing that you are love. Love is a very powerful word, and love, true love, is beautiful. And it's a beautiful feeling to be in this centered of love. Yes, so when the person that you feel like, oh, look, they're doing more than I am, get back to the center of you expressing love and you expressing that divinity within you. And this is wonderful. This is magnificent to know that we carry so much power within us. So if you have not checked out my blog, it's namshakti.com/blog. Go check it out. I also have coaching sessions. I have packages. If you really want to dive deep into who you are and you just need a little bit of help, I can guide you. I can help you. Check out the divinewoman.org. This is a group for women that we gather twice a month on the full moon and new moon. And then you can also check out the Wednesday classes. We have one class a month for men and women. Check it out. Check out my website. And again, step into that essence of who you are. You're loved. You are love. You hold the universe within yourself. You hold the power of the whole cosmos. This is who you are, and you are one with everyone. So remember that when you see someone struggling, you know that that person may need someone to talk to. Maybe you can be that person, because when you will need help, you will like the same thing. Step into that power, step into that light, step into that love, because you are so, so beautiful. And I'm so honored that we get to really speak about these things together, because I love you, and I see the goodness in you, and I know your potential, and I know that when you step into love, that everything and all heals. Every relationship, every situation heals when you step into love. Sat Nam.